should just stop overwhelming yourself. Have you ever stopped to think that the reason you're procrastinating right now is because you're overwhelmed? I know I'm in the beginning of my YouTube career, but this video is kind of like a rant about how I've been overwhelming myself for no damn reason. And I bet that everyone consuming internet is going through the same thing. All around us, it's everything, everywhere, all at once. The amount of advertisements out there, the amount of options of literally anything we can buy, even what brand of banana we want is a choice. Our own minds have the power of overwhelming us as is, and we can't let that stuff get to us. I'm talking a little more about internet in this video because that's what really got me thinking, but you know that you get overwhelmed by a lot. YouTube has some great stuff out there. The internet has some great stuff out there. But the problem starts when you start consuming too much and producing too little. I've been watching YouTube since I can remember. That has always been my safe place. It's really lovely to me to have a platform like that where anyone that has a good idea can open a camera and share their thoughts, their ideas. Since I started YouTube, I started researching all of those tips about how to get better at YouTube, what to do, tips and tricks, how to get more views and blah blah blah. Oh my god, why the is my boyfriend here? Okay, that visit made me a little less. All of that research has been extremely helpful for me to understand what I'm doing, what I should be doing to grow my YouTube, to become a better YouTuber, to become better at even talking to the camera. It came to a point where I wasn't applying any of the research that I've done, and I wasn't even writing it down. 5 minutes after watching the video, I wouldn't even remember what I just watched. I noticed that I was thinking I was being productive by learning what to do when I'm not even applying anything. I wasn't even doing anything other than just consuming and watching the videos. Like, what's the difference between that and just watching the dumbest content on the internet? The only difference is that I thought I was being productive. I thought I was doing something. We keep consuming all of the stuff and saying, no, this is being helpful to me. At the point where we're already overwhelmed, we start lying to ourselves. Like, sure, you need to watch those 500 videos. It's helping you, right? And then by watching all of those videos to learn, it got really overwhelming. I ended up falling on a rabbit hole of like, how can I get views, how can I get people to come here, because there was so much that needed to be implemented. Like, everything about my channel is boring. I don't have equipment. Some people would tell me to do that, some people would tell me to do that instead, and I didn't even know what to listen to anymore. And I noticed that I was just super overwhelmed and that I wasn't even gonna record a video this week because I didn't have all of those things that takes to be a YouTuber. I even saw a video of this lady that had very good tips, but in the video she said to not just start. And that is so bad for somebody who is already overwhelmed and putting themselves down. I have been working so hard on myself for the last couple of years to feel better about myself, to become more productive and all of that sort of stuff, that I felt the drive to share with people that they can do that too. And all of those changes, all of those feelings, all of that healing came from me starting to do things I thought I would never be able to do. Of course, I try to do the best I can right now, but I know that I'm gonna get better. I know it because I'm trying, I'm practicing, I'm trying to learn things. In my experience right now, I have no guarantee of what works, of what doesn't. And it's great that this stuff is available out there to help me figure things out. But I just decided that starting was the best thing I could do, and I'm so proud and I'm so happy with it. Just starting to do a lot of things in my life that I started doing are being so beneficial to me, and I know that results are gonna come. And if I don't try, that's when nothing's gonna happen ever. Honestly, I know that I'm a baby. I have no experience talking to a camera. It frightens me to death. How am I even gonna offer quality, like HD professional videos if I am in the process of learning? And how am I gonna learn if I just don't do things? I feel like that's where we get so stuck and overwhelmed, It's just so much like, you have to do this a certain way, do that instead of this. And especially here on YouTube, we see things like, you will never fail if you try this. The secrets to become a millionaire. This is why your mom never loved you. Or the ones that scares us for no good reason, like AI is stealing your job. Stop doing that if you want to succeed. Don't start that in 2025. I know that YouTubers need those catchy titles. Like, we're all trying to seek attention over here, and the videos might really have some helpful, important informations. But as a viewer, we have to be aware that that exists and take it with a grain of salt. Just not letting those things control you or control what you can do or even control what you believe, you know. Of course, some slaps in the face sometimes are really good, but some information is just so aggressive and so like, it comes across as if, damn, I would never be good enough. All of this information online, it is valid. It's stuff that you're gonna look at and you're gonna learn things from. But if you're just seeing that, you're just watching that and worrying yourself for no damn reason, you're not gonna get that far. Sometimes it's not obvious that we are overwhelmed. It's at times where we're multitasking. We're thinking we're multitasking, but really we're not doing anything. Then we might get anxious or scared because of all of that stuff we have to do or all of that stuff we're thinking. And then we're just paralyzed because we don't even know where to go anymore. When we're procrastinating, our brain is essentially overwhelmed because we don't know where to start something. Maybe we are making all of those excuses. We can even diminish our self-worth. We diminish ourselves. We compare ourselves. We say that we're never gonna be good enough. All of those can be signs of being overwhelmed, and most times we do that to ourselves. To me in particular, feeling overwhelmed is absolutely paralyzing. Like, okay, I'm not ready yet. My head kept creating so many obstacles that didn't even exist. Like, I won't just do anything anymore. I'll just, you know, maybe this video is making me overwhelmed. I just want to take this moment to note that, yes, this might be an overwhelming video to stop overwhelming yourself. But we gotta understand that we do that. We gotta be so aware so we don't let that get to us when you're actually trying to do something. How do I stop overwhelming myself then? I do everything that you're saying. Nowadays, I'm just able to call out when I'm being super overwhelmed. And of course, that still happens, but I have a better way of dealing with it than before because I know that I can do things that I thought I couldn't. Everything we want to do, and especially if we want to do it well in life, takes a ton of practice, takes a ton of disappointments, of making mistakes and learning from them. Nothing is overnight. Some things might be miraculously overnight, but most things aren't. And we're gonna have to work for it. Everything we try to do in life takes time. It's imperfect. We might fail, but we might succeed. And it's not the end of the world if we make mistakes, if we mess up, or even if something takes longer than we thought it would. It's not that big of a deal, and you can do it. We complicate things so much for no reason. Of course, research it. Of course, we are not gonna know everything ever. Studying is super important. No amount of research, comparing yourself to others, buying that one thing because that is going to make the difference. No amount of learning all of the secrets to succeed. None of those things will make you achieve anything if you don't move. Just stop. Just breathe. After you breathed, you put your phone down. You slow down a little, get a piece of paper, get the notes on your phone, and just write down everything you feel, everything you're thinking about. Like, you know how we get overthinking, we get so overwhelmed, and then the thoughts keep running. Just try to put that out there, like take them out of your head and into something physical so you can see what is bothering you. Because sometimes when I'm really overwhelmed, I don't even know what's making me feel that way. So it's kind of a little thing you can do by yourself to figure out what is wrong and where you can start. And if it gets too overwhelming, ask for help. Like, don't be scared of reaching out. I would love to help you with whatever I can. Reach out to professionals, to friends, to whoever you need to in order to make you feel better. My honest advice is to give one tiny step at a time. Just do that today. And then maybe tomorrow you're gonna do something more. And then when you see it, you're gonna be doing so much and so much more. We're such perfectionists sometimes. And even if we aren't, like, the internet is great and I love being a part of the internet, but it's so much all the time. And I feel like we're not ready for all of this bomb of information all the time. And again, like, that's not only for YouTube, that's for everything in life. We end up overwhelming ourselves. We end up having fights with our partners or friends just because we overwhelmed ourselves with one information and we decided to interpret in a certain way that maybe wasn't even what the person meant. You can watch all of those videos. Videos helped me tremendously throughout my life. I would love to be the person that inspires somebody as many YouTubers have inspired me and entertained me. Just start doing something today that can get you closer to where you want to be in the future. Don't wait for the perfect condition to start something, because that doesn't exist. Today matters so much for your progress, the little actions you take. And if the something you're trying to do is obvious, for example, like me recording YouTube, then just start doing it. I am so much happier right now that I just started my YouTube and I'm going with it, and I'm seeing that video after video, my editings are getting a little better, my confidence is getting a little better in talking to the camera. Just having done something that I promised myself I would makes me so happy. What won't help is just if you torment your mind with all of this information all the time. No amount of information that you consume or your own brain makes of yourself define your self-worth. Be nice to yourself, and then you can consume all of these videos later. I hope that all of this mumbling helps somebody out there, and I hope that we can keep getting better and better at the things we're trying to accomplish. And I will be here. I am loving the experience, and hopefully someday you'll find me. That is it. Bye. Just do it!
Please like, comment, and share Ligia's videos so we can eat and have a house. Thank you.